Hey everyone, let's talk about the books that I will be trying to read for July that are all part of like a couple of month readathon, where it's like one book a month, or book clubs, anybody reads, anything like that. Let's get into this. Okay, so the first book that I will talk about, I just want to get right in because there's actually quite a few. So the first book I'm going to talk about is The Faithful and Fallen and the Fallen Read Along. This is hosted by Gabriela, Sasha, Femke, and Kira. So we're going to be reading the series The Faithful and Fallen. This is by John Gwynne. And the first book will be what we tried to read in July, and that is Malice. So in this one there are 4 characters. Corbin wants to be a warrior for the king. Evness does a lot of sacrifice to try and gain a lot of power. Veritas, I think is how you say it. Veritas. It feels like he's overshadowed by. I'm guessing. Yeah, it does say he. So he is his older brother kind of overshadows everything, and so he wants to kind of be his own person and not have everything be overshadowed by his older brother. And then you have Nether, who plans. It says he has a lot of plans. And I think Nether is the prince, because it does say he doesn't want to involve his father, the High King. So he has plans, and I don't know if he's trying to overthrow the king or his father or anything like that. I really don't know anything about these, but I've heard a lot of good things about this author, so I'm excited to give this author a try. Again, it's The Faithful and the Fallen by John Gwynne. The next one this is like a year-long readathon, and it's hosted by Kayla, who is the host of, or who's the creator for Books and Lala. So this is the buzzword readathon. I have not really been participating in this, but I do want to when I can, time-wise. So we'll see if I'm able to fit, how many of these I'm able to fit into the month. But the buzzword for the month of July is last, and it's in quotation marks, so I believe the title actually has to contain the word last. So I'm going to go with The Last Bookshop in London, and this is by Madeline Martin. So the character Grace Bennett, this takes place in August of 1939. She has moved to London and has found this bookshop, and things are this is like in the throes of Hitler's height. And so it says, what does it say? Okay, through air raids and blitz intensifies. So it's at the height of everything. So Grace discovers that the power of storytelling can soothe people, and it can bring people together. So that's what I'm going to use for this one. The next one I would like to participate in. I don't know what the book is. So Cody, she does the Wheel of TBR, and when she does that, she'll pick a couple of books that she has selected for the Wheel of TBR for the prompts, post those on Discord, and then people vote, and then whichever book wins is the one that they try to do kind of a buddy read on. But I just won't know until she does the video, and if she does it. We don't do this every month, but fairly frequently. So when I know, I'll write that down. So so there's a slot for that. And the next one is the Book Covered Book Club, and this is hosted by Kalyn. So the theme or the challenge is to read a book that has white on it. So I am going with, because I really want to reread this series, so I'm going with this particular edition because this is the only edition I have, but I'm going with my white edition of Twilight by Stephanie Meyer. So we all know Bella moves from Arizona to Forks, Washington, and falls in love with a vampire that sparkles in the sunlight. So yeah. I don't really know how else to explain it because that's pretty much it. So okay, so the next group read will be hosted by Sasha, and the group is called the Howling Pack. And the book for that selection is Blade of Secrets by Trisha Levenseller. So for Blade of Secrets, we're following 18-year-old Ziva. Z-I-V-A. I'm guessing it's Ziva. Anyway, she is like she works with metals, a blacksmith is the word I'm thinking of. So she is highly regarded, and she gets this commission from a warlord who wants a sword made that when the sword is used, the warlord will be able to glean people's secrets. So we don't know why or anything like that. That's really all I know, but I think it sounds good. And then I like that the cover has the tools there. But yeah, so for the Howling Pack, Blade of Secrets by Trisha Levenseller. Okay, so the next one I will have on my reader, and I believe it's a short story. I don't remember how long it is, but the book is Binti, and that is by, I have it written down here, Nnedi Okorafor. And this is for the Interstellar Bookclub, and that's hosted by Steff, Jessa, Max, and Melody. Binti, basically you have people from Earth that try to go to outer space is my understanding. And Binti receives, and why her and why she received it, basically a full ride scholarship to a prestigious university in space. So we're going to follow that path. Okay, so the next book will also be on my reader, and that will be Malibu Rising by the Homebody Book Club. And that's hosted by Olivia, Zoe, and Kalyn. All I know is that Malibu Rising is very much anticipated. And it's by Taylor Jenkins Reid, who did the... Oh, what is that one? Not Evelyn Hardcastle. Oh, I think she did Daisy Jones and the Six. And I haven't read anything, so this will be my first one, and I really don't know what Malibu Rising is about. I was just able to get it for my Kindle, and so I figure why not try and participate in this and see if I like this author. So, yeah. Okay, and the third and last one that will be on my Kindle is the book of Graceling. This is another one like The Faithful and Fallen with Malice by John Gwynne. This one is going to be hosted, it's called Graceling Along. So each month a book from the Graceling series will be read. And the Graceling is by Kristen Kishore. Graceling is the first book. And again, just one book out of the series a month. I think there's 4 or 5 books in this series. And this is hosted by Ashleigh, Lianne, and Jean. So there's that one. And let me go ahead and say this before I forget. I will find the YouTube channels for the creators that have a YouTube channel listed below as far as who's hosting it and like the Twitter page it's taking place on. If I can, for whichever ones have a Twitter page. If they have a Discord, I don't think I can invite anyone where I'm not a host. So you'd have to actually go to that creator's YouTube video to find a link to the Discord if you want to participate in any of these. 2 more to talk about. So the next one will be Middle Grade Monthly, hosted by Gavin and Jade. So the book selection for this month is City of Rust, and this is by Gemma Fowler. I got this well before. There was another book club I wanted to participate in, and this was a selection. I don't remember what the club was because it was a little bit ago, a couple months I want to say. I don't remember the book club, or anything, but so I had this but didn't get around to it, didn't get a chance to read it. So I don't really know what this is about. So I'm going to read the back. It says, Rayleigh brushed her hand along Addie's back, and he felt a little steadier, just like the racers. They were in this together. Rayleigh dreams of winning... Rayleigh or Riley? I'm guessing Rayleigh. Rayleigh dreams of winning the biggest drone race on Earth with her bio-robotic gecko, Addie. But when her chance is crushed, she flees skywards, hiding out among the junkers who mine the rubbish orbiting the planet. Here, though, Rayleigh discovers something far worse than losing out. A huge trash bomb will destroy the world unless she and Addie do something about it. This is the race of a lifetime. So I think it sounds pretty good. A robotic gecko. Usually when I read of something where that has a robot in it, it's an actual... It's not... I've never read of something that's a robotic animal. So that'll be interesting. I think that'll be an interesting take. And in some ways, this kind of gives me Star Wars vibes, but middle grade version. So, yeah, I am excited for this. Okay, and the last one is the group is called A Touch of Whimsy, and this is hosted by Lexi and Kalyn. They are taking a step back, and it's just kind of being self-ran for a little bit. They have already selected the books for the summer. I don't know... I can't remember if they said they were coming back or if this is just going to be it or not. But like Lexi's finished school and it's got a lot on her plate. So taking a step back and taking a break is very understandable. So again, this is hosted by Lexi and Kalyn. The book that they have selected is Some Kind of Happiness by Claire Legrand. So this one we are following the perspective of Finley. She is being taken to her grandparents' house, and there's this forest or wooded area behind her grandparents' house. Let's see, I think it's called Everwood. So it does say Everwood, a forest kingdom that exists in the pages of her notebook, until she discovers the endless forest behind her grandparents' house and realizes the Everwood is real and is in trouble. So she's going to venture into the Everwood, and I believe she's going to try and see what she can do to stop things from getting worse and try and help fix things. So there we go. So these are the physical books that I will be trying to get to for the month of July for book clubs and readathons, as well as 3 that are on my e-reader. So that's quite a bit. That's 9, but there would be a 10th depending on if Cody does a poll on Discord for her Wheel of TBR, and I don't know when that'll go up or anything like that. So, but definitely at least 9. These are the physical ones, and I am so looking forward. I'm excited for each and every one of these. So hopefully I'll be able to get to all of these. If not, no biggie. These are not on my mandatory, my official TBR video. So it's not like I'm going to be punished for not reading these or anything for my TBR. So that's all of the ones that I have for book clubs and readathons. Not like a month-long readathon. When I say readathon, I've got a different TBR for that. But like the book a month type readathon, or like Kayla's word a month readathon for the year. So yeah, so that type of readathon, and then just these book clubs and group reads. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. Down in the description box, you'll find links to the creators and hosts for these book clubs and readathons in the description box, as well as all my social media information, my Instagram, Twitter, and Goodreads, and things like that. So Until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book, and I will talk to you later.